Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Poter.
And I'm KarenLee Poter.
That's my lovely mother.
We just had like a major laughing attack on the way down to the studio here.
Yeah, because how would you describe this experience?
Cam has found something new to be perseverating about.
Dude, I have a fucking sore on my lip.
He's got a sore on his
And
lip.
I'm about to leave for France for a few months. Well, I'm going to have this sore the whole time I'm there.
You've been complaining about this for months. I don't know why you wait till like the week before you're leaving to go out of town for 2 months.
And why do I wait for 5 minutes before we arrived at Dr. Selftape to decide to call the dermatologist?
Right.
And immediately make an appointment.
No, you didn't do that. You had a laughing attack first. You couldn't even talk. You had to hang up.
You ever call someone and because here I'm thinking in my mind, what am I going to tell this person who's about to pick up the phone? Hey, something's fucked up with my lip. Do you need to help me? And I couldn't stop thinking about saying this and how you would respond. And then I couldn't stop laughing. I couldn't get any words out. I had to hang up.
When that happens, you just have to hang up.
That is a full-blown laughing attack.
I know. And I had a laughing attack because you were laughing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
we're here to have more laughing attacks.
I want to jump into the question of the week.
Okay.
And first, maybe I'll explain how this question of the week came about. Do you know how this question of the week came about?
Yes.
You sound very confident.
Give me a hint.
I was describing a therapy session.
Yes,
and I was thinking, I sit in silence for so long with this therapist. He must think I'm so boring, And I even told him, I think you might think I'm boring. And then you said, no one thinks you're boring. You're
not boring. You're many things, but you're not boring.
And then I said, Julie from high school said that I was a plateau.
And that's a mean thing to say.
Can you imagine freshman year?
Why?
She
Why
goes,
did you
Cam
say
is
that?
like a plateau. What a fucking bitch. I've never heard of something so mean.
It's like you're saying you're so ordinary.
It's
like a kiss of death if someone wants to be a clown.
I peaked, and it wasn't a peak and come down. It was peak, and it was just plateau.
You're plateau.
There's no hope for better improving my personality. I flattened out.
You're flat.
I'm completely flat. I will never forget that. And then you said, oh, this is the question. What is the one thing that someone said to you in high school, positive or negative, that you still remember to this day?
I mean, I can give a litany of them.
Well, what have you remembered?
I remember one guy. I forgot his name. I think I'm going to just say,
for
for the sake of our argument, his name was Greg. I think it was Greg. He looked at my chest and he goes, you know what? Your chest is like a sunken treasure.
Oh, no.
I looked down at my non-existent boobs and I was like,
What age were you?
Probably like in 6th, 7th grade or something like that.
What a fucker, Greg.
And then, so if that wasn't bad enough, I'm sitting in a cafeteria, once again, minding my own business, and all of a sudden this guy shouts out, hey, fat ass.
Fat ass?
Yeah.
To you?
To me.
So sunken treasure and fat ass.
I can't win for losing.
Jeez.
And now everyone thinks fat ass is good.
Yeah.
But at the time I was like, oh my God.
I know. Here we go with the conversation about Twiggy. We know this already.
Twiggy.
You know. At the time, Twiggy was popular.
Twiggy was popular.
You know how many fucking times I've heard Twiggy? I looked up who Twiggy is.
Like Kate Moss then.
Very skinny.
Very skinny. You looked it up?
Yeah, I looked up. She says
that is
very
hilarious.
skinny, stick skinny.
That's what everybody wanted to be, right?
Well, I didn't want to be a plateau. You didn't want to be a sunken treasure or fat ass. And I would like to hear what the sneaky freaks had to say.
Yeah, well, and by the way, all these things stay with you for like life.
It does. It sticks in there. You know,
Why?
It gets
Why
in
do
your
we focus
crawl.
on the?
What is that statement?
Gets in your craw.
Craw. Is it craw?
Like, I always think of it as like a crow.
I was thinking a crawl space.
No, it's like in your craw. I mean, stuck in your jaw.
Jaw?
I don't know. Should I look it up?
Craw, jaw?
No,
what is this? You're making this shit up?
I'm not making any shit.
Yeah, I love that we're live and YouTube. We don't have the opportunity to be idiots and then look it up and revise it. You're accepting us as the idiots that we are.
Yeah. Speaking of idiots, if you have anything to say to us, put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat. The question is, what is one thing that someone said to you in high school, positive or negative, that you still remember today? Okay, so let's move to the sneaky freaks. If you're a sneaky freak, you're listening to the podcast, you want to participate, aside from going our lives, you can text us at 310-356.
3920.
Or you can follow us on YouTube, and you'll be notified
I
when we
always
go
get
live.
nervous when I say 3920 that I'm going to forget 3920.
How are you going to forget that? You say it literally multiple times every week.
You never know with me. I could forget immediately.
Well, just send us a text, and we'll respond to you there. Okay, here are some people that responded. Alan says the one thing that someone said to him in high school, positive or negative, that he still remembers today is, "Wow, that's the smallest one I've ever seen."
That is, I can relate.
That's a brutal comment.
Again, it's about the human body.
The human body not being the right size.
Right.
Yeah.
It could really fuck you up for life if you hear something like that.
How about this one from Tatiana, though? You do that really well in reference to a blowjob. And she says, I love to give them, and I still do.
That positive. Now, if you're a guy,
Yeah.
it's a great idea.
Just positive reinforcement.
Positive
You're
reinforcement.
phenomenal at this.
Yeah, you are the best.
What if they're not great at it?
I think a guy's going to just take whatever he can get.
You think a toothy blowjob is better than no blowjob?
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
People in the live,
Are
what do
you
you guys
are
think?
you telling Tatiana that you think that compliment is bullshit?
No, I'm just saying it's, it might not have been bullshit. It might have been good, but I mean, it certainly got people. It's in the future,
Well, I love that it gave her confidence. Cassie says the thing she remembers is you'd probably fuck SpongeBob. They didn't mean it nicely. What does that even mean? Like she'd fuck anything, including SpongeBob, or she'd be attracted to SpongeBob? What is the SpongeBob reference?
I think they're saying she's loosey goosey.
You think she's loosey goosey?
Now we got someone on
Wait,
our
hold on. She says this coming from the guy who snorted a whole banana runt candy on a dare and got it stuck.
Snorted it?
Snorted. You know what those little banana runts look like?
No. What is a banana runt?
You know what runts are? Those little candies.
those little balls?
They're balls, or sometimes there was a banana flavor that was horrible. That you can. I guess this person snorted it and it got stuck in there.
Like Mr. Bean putting Pop Rocks in his anus.
Horrible idea, Cassie.
Wait.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, really.
And I think, despite him, you should fuck SpongeBob.
We're on YouTube Live right now.
Okay.
And Capisha, I think that's what your name is, said, the only one I can think of right now is when someone told me I had a graceful walk, like I walk on air.
I love that.
That's a nice thing to say.
It's like a Marcel Marceau compliment right
there. No
there.
one has ever said that to me.
You a graceful walk?
No.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, people have said quite the opposite.
I think you have a very cautious walk.
Cautious.
Yeah.
I'm always on edge that I'm going to trip and fall.
Yeah,
so I'm very cautious.
I like that.
It's smart
it's
because, when you break a hip at this age, it's all downhill.
A graceful walk, when someone walks gracefully with posture, like
yes.
up,
they usually
it's
took
noticeable.
ballet as a kid.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now Gary says,
Capisha,
Wahoo,
you take ballet.
What's up? Happy New Year to you both.
Happy New Year to you. Julie
too.
says, with no hesitation, a comment made when I was in 8th grade would change the way I saw myself forever.
That's
Holy
why
shit.
I asked this question.
She says, I'm 49 and still can't get past it. I was interested in a boy, and my friends approached him about me as friends okay. I was interested in a boy, and friends approached him about me as friends do at that age. He said he wouldn't want me because I had a wide load.
Sounds like me.
Referring to my big butt.
Sounds like me. But now people get butt implants, by the way. Who is this?
This is Julie, who's then said, little did I know, real men appreciate womanly curves, but I still will never get past that. Fuck Mike Chandler.
Fuck Mike Chandler, that fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You know what? You gotta let that go, Julie.
Let it go. Let it flow.
Mike Chandler
is not worth your time.
Much.
Fuck you very much. I love that we can call him out on here.
Oh, I was right. Capisha said she took ballet as a kid for a lot.
Look at that. Maybe that's the graceful walk.
That's how you get that grace. I noticed. You ever see someone who stands like statuesque? Usually they took ballet.
You think I took ballet?
You don't have a horrible posture. I have the worst.
You think of the worst?
I
remember Dad would be in the chair, fucking like slunk down. Basically, his head was on the back at that point. It's a certain
you like
point.
to be comfortable.
Yeah. Carlos says, This is a good one. A friend saw my cock and I was big, so she called me 8.5, and that was my nickname for the rest of high school. Also, I was one of the founding members of the BDC, Big Dick Club.
Now, this is someone who has taken it to an extreme here. He took that as a major compliment.
Big compliment.
But again, if you don't know what to do with it, or if it hurts the woman and it doesn't fit right, it's not such a great compliment.
Look at that. Yeah, we just got to accept whatever God has given us, you know?
Yeah.
You like that? Bring God into this?
Well, God, yeah, the supreme being or whatever it is. You just have to not give a fuck. Our manifesto. Just so you guys don't know.
You got to love whatever you got.
When we started this podcast, we had a manifesto. And I think number 2 was we give no shits.
Yeah.
Or was it no fucks? Or no shits or fucks? I don't care.
0 fucks. I don't know.
We didn't care.
We didn't care even the order.
And I find as I get older, I have my give a shit meters at 0.
Yeah? Why is that?
Because I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, but why does age have something to do with it?
Because it takes you that long to figure it out. Look at these people that are still, thinking about what happened in high school. It takes a while to say, I don't care that Mike Chandler said I had a wide load.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how many shits do you give?
0.
0
All right,
shits.
I give it 1 or 2.
1 or 2 shits.
Sometimes
if you offend someone, you
yeah. Something if I hurt someone's feelings, I will give more.
Yeah.
But if someone says something to me,
yeah.
Like I have a few comments that we'll get to and hit on or shit on that I wasn't really happy about.
That affected you.
No, that offended me.
Okay, all right. Moving right along to Renee, who says, one time in high school, a close friend of mine told me, I don't want to be friends anymore because I just don't think you're very funny.
Oh, that might send me off.
I was devastated. Turns out that same man had a crush on me and was so jealous of me being with someone else that he couldn't stand to be around me without being his significant other. Now we've been together for 10 years and married for 6 and a 5th.
Did he?
So she married this guy.
Did he apologize for being a rude son
yeah, I
of
would
a
love
bitch?
to. Renee, I would love to hear that. But isn't that interesting? You got to think, if someone's saying something so mean to you,
they care about you.
They care about you for some reason. Because if they don't care about you, it's not.
Why bother? I tried telling this to my boyfriend, Dees.
Yeah.
Someone in the building says something that he doesn't like. He goes all in a tizzy. I'm like, they obviously like you or want to care enough about you to say something to bother you or to engage you.
How do you like this one? The opposite of love is not hatred. It's apathy. Oh. Is that good or what?
It's very good, and it goes right in line with what happened with Julie and you.
Julie?
Saying that you're a plateau.
Oh, yeah.
Apathy, plateau.
Yeah. She, I don't think she hated me. I don't think she had quite had a crush on me either.
She was just a plain old bitch. Sometimes 7th grade to freshman and sophomore year in college. It's not till like senior year in high school that people start acting like human beings. You go through this phase that people just say
douchebag.
I think I've told you a million times on this platform.
Yeah.
About how embarrassed I was about my boobs being so flat, which they ended up being double D's. So they went from a negative A to a double D.
Telling everyone.
Well, they're not any double D any longer. I had 3 kids. But when they
were you blaming me for
one of the problems is you. You like to blame
What
me.
happens when you have kids?
They deflate after each kid. I go down a size. So I went from double
real?
D down. Well, for me it was.
Wow.
They deflated all the way down to a C.
What do you mean deflated? It sounds like a beach volleyball balloon.
The volleyball's deflated. Well, anyway, I was feeling I was at that point. I was at the sunken treasure, the A minus.
Yeah.
Or minus A. And I told all my friends like an idiot that, that I was a sunken treasure and I was embarrassed about it. And one guy named Stan, this is freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
We're sitting at those long tables in the cafeteria. All of a sudden, we see Stan running across the cafeteria.
Okay.
He runs right up to me, lands right in my boob, bites my boob.
What the fuck?
Runs away and, non-existent boob anyway, and runs away and everybody starts laughing.
That is humiliating and violating.
Violated and humiliated.
Fuck that guy.
I don't even know how I found my non-existent breast, by the way.
Why would he want to do that?
I think he was trying to be funny.
Fuck him.
And I think he might have become a rabbi.
No
It's a
way.
possibility that he became a
Why do you know that he became a rabbi?
I don't know. These are little things that I do know that the stuff that I'm supposed to know, I forgot. The stuff that like that, I remember.
That makes sense.
Well, Capisha says, ouch.
Raylene says, the mean girl in high school told me I should do myself a favor and stop eating. Joke's on her now because she's bigger than me.
Exactly.
That's the other thing. Sometimes it's
Projection.
It's a projection. It's not that they, it's not like necessarily in Renee's situation where someone is trying to say the opposite of what they actually feel or cover up what they're saying. A projection with, they feel a certain way themselves and then they push it onto someone else.
That's psychology 101.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Well, Raylene, joke's on her.
Yeah.
Erica says, I was told something like I'm not normal, which at the time I thought was an awful thing, that I was weird. Now I embrace my weirdness. I have no interest in being normal. I would much rather be weird and enjoy my life than try to be normal to appease others.
Do you love this?
I love this. Of course, I love this.
Your sister was always reading books night and day, and it would drive me
not normal.
Drove me crazy because she never wanted to play with her friends. And
drove you crazy.
Yeah, well, I was like, why is she? I'm taking her on this vacation. All the kids are playing, and you're eating sand,
Why am I always eating? This is like not the first time in the past month that you've told me I was eating sand or dirt or something.
You're always constantly putting weird shit in your mouth.
Why?
I don't know.
Maybe this is why I have this sore on my fucking lip.
Yeah, it's my fault that.
Why was I eating sand and
34
dirt?
years later, it's my fault that you ate sand and dirt, and now your lip is fucked up.
I actually heard that if you eat dirt, it's good for your microbiome.
That's why I allow you to eat the dirt. Well,
Yeah,
anyway, you're eating dirt. Your sister's reading every American Doll.
People are looking at you like, what the fuck is going on with this family?
This family. I got one kid eating the sand, and the other one is on her 6th American Girl doll book. And I had to go buy more books. And I finally turned to her and I said, Jess, all the kids are playing. You're not playing. You're just reading books. Why? That's not normal. And she goes, whoever said I want to be normal?
Look at that.
Look at her.
She was right. Now she's the fastest reader I know.
She's definitely one of the best writers because of it.
And I have a very good tooth for sand.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So now I get complimented on my motherhood. Mother of Carp said, hell yeah.
Oh, Mother Carp is here. Welcome. Amanda says, I heard quite frequently that I had DSL, dick-sucking lips. Have you heard that before?
It's very similar to the other one. It gets a compliment on that. It positively reinforces her
She goes on to say, and my ex-boyfriend would make fun of me and call me a manhanda, because her name is Amanda, a manhanda, since my hands are large and my name is Amanda. I feel like both of these need hit on or shit on analysis. First one, I heard quite frequently that I had DSL, dick-sucking lips. Hit on or shit on?
There's a hit on. He wants those lips on his dick.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, hit on. I think it's pretty obvious. People like dick-sucking lips. And then a man hand, big man hands, hit on or shit on?
Shit on.
I don't know.
Well, unless he's thinking it's good for hand jobs.
Oh. Or just carpentry or something in general.
Carpentry.
I don't know. Is something manual with your hands? You sometimes.
Or maybe that was his idea of a joke.
She's a pianist. It could be very good. It could be a hit on.
Well, it could be a hit on.
Okay.
My guess is a shit on.
Okay. Ambiguous second one. Megan says, if I didn't ask, I don't care. This is something she remembered. The context was it was 7 a.m. and my friends and I were in the cafeteria having breakfast. I was yammering on and on to one friend about some plans I had later in the week when they stopped me mid-sentence and said, hey, if I didn't ask, I don't care. That stuck with me. They were likely groggy and it was early as hell, but it sure as hell made me more conscious about oversharing and telling people unsolicited things. We're still friends to this day, though. This is the kind of honest feedback that kids give to each other that you learn from.
No, I don't.
What?
It's hurtful.
It's hurtful.
Yeah, well, I'm a jammer.
You're a yammer?
Yammer and a jammer.
I actually was thinking this week I should tell you, you know what? When you call me in the morning, you just either make it before the coffee or wait till the coffee wears off. Because when you call me with the coffee, it's just the yammering that goes on. Talk about if I didn't ask, I don't care. I can't ask. I can't respond. There's nothing to go. There's no entry to the conversation.
Megan?
Yeah.
Let that go. Those girls are bitches. Those girls are bitches. Fuck them. And the horse they would do whatever.
I disagree. I think
whatever
it's good
someone
feedback.
says, it's important. If you wanna just babble, then just babble. You don't have to say I don't want to. That's just downright mean.
You think babbling you think is a necessary part of socializing?
I just think that sometimes you got a lot of exuberance in you, especially early morning. I'm a yacker in the morning. My boyfriend's a major yacker in the morning. Sometimes that's annoying.
The two of you guys out of control.
But the point is that there's nice ways of saying things. That wasn't nice.
If I didn't ask, I don't care. It could have been said nicer.
That is mean.
Something like, "Hey, can you talk a little less?"
No, not even that. Say, "Hey, I'm in the middle of doing something," so
It's not very direct of you.
I would be indirect. I would just be like, I'm so sorry. I'm just in the middle of something.
Okay, Colette says, this is so weird, but I remember a math teacher of mine, either sophomore or junior year, told me after school, while I was getting math help, that I should do psychedelics when I'm in college. She told me it will change me in good ways. It was kind of silly hearing that then, but after taking psychedelics, per her request, I am in awe of how correct she was. A fun fact about this teacher is she was later terminated for sending nudes to a student in my grade who posted the photos online. Crazy. I did like her as a teacher, though.
Let me just say,
Yeah.
I'm very lax about what people say and do and everything, but a teacher recommending psychedelics is not a good thing.
How about sending nudes to the students?
Sending nudes to a student, not a good thing.
Not a good thing. I could imagine, though. There are some teachers
under the age of 21, 18, 21, you don't do that kind of shit.
If I were in high school and a teacher that I had a crush on sent me a nude, I would be out of control.
What would you do?
I wouldn't be able to contain myself.
What does that mean?
I would have been jerking off everywhere.
You'd be happy.
Thrilled.
So you think that's a hit on?
But if I wasn't attracted to them or it was unsolicited, then maybe not so good.
You know, your sister, when she was in high school, went up to the English teacher and she asked why she got like a A- instead of an A on a paper. And I don't know what this teacher, why she said this to her, but she said something like, you know, if you're planning on being an actress, you need to know that there's some producers and directors are going to want you to do something, and you got to be prepared for that. I don't know what it had to do with her paper.
What kind
I think
of feedback is that?
She said it in front of the whole the classroom too.
It's very embarrassing and weird.
Weird.
It sounds like my sister went through some shit.
She went through some. she got a lot of shit, but she's like she's a tough girl now. Mother of Carp saying man hands for man handling.
We got Dominic who says the thing he'll remember from high school is someone saying, "I will have sex with you." ...
I can see that would be very impressionable.
Very impressionable. Let's end it there because we got a ton of responses. Thank you guys so much for all these responses. And we have a lot to get to today.
I mean, maybe we should use them for next time because they're really good.
That was wonderful.
I like things that people can relate to, and I think everyone in some fashion can relate to things that have happened to them in their formative years.
Formative as fuck. Anyway, thank you for your texts. Again, if you want to participate, give us a text at 310-356-3920. That's it. Or just subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll make sure that you're notified when we go live.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right there. Absolutely. What the fuck, says Mother of Carp. Okay. Cam's life.
Yes.
Cam, what's going on in your life?
Yesterday, I broke into a sex toy expo.
As one does. What does
I was
mean
forced
you
to
broke
feel
into it?
I waltzed my ass in without a pass.
You're supposed to pay for it?
You're supposed to pay if you want to demonstrate something or like show something and have a booth, like a lot of money. But I think you can get in his press, but I didn't realize that, so I broke in.
I love it. You take
and you go
taking after the old lady there.
The old lady would break in over there. You've been to these things.
I've broken in with you.
You go around and you just fucking start feeling all the new vibrators on the market that everyone's launching.
I just go right in. I just don't let anybody stop me. I just keep walking.
That's it. Yeah. So I walked in. I was introduced to a lot of new vibrators. I mean, people. You should do this if you want to learn about pleasuring someone. You
Why
couldn't
are
even
you holding
ima-
your hand like it's an alien?
I was discovering sensations through these devices on my hands that I had no
God.
idea. Anyway, I'm in mid-conversation with someone about their pleasure products, and a security guard comes up to me and says, "Where's your badge?" And I said, "I don't have one here. It's in my car." She goes, "You got to go."
Someone knocked you out.
I was booted, mother. Booted from the sex toy expo.
It's like
She
embarrassing.
walked me to the door. You ever been escorted out of a sex expo? It's humiliating.
I've been escorted out of a bar when I was drunk.
What? When? You never told that story.
Back in my day.
Back in your day, you've been booted from bars.
Yeah.
Why?
Too loud, too annoying, too obnoxious, too much quaaludes. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm following the old
But
mother.
I haven't been escorted out of. I think I was escorted out of a sex expo with you, actually.
You think we were both kicked out again?
This was.
This is not the
several
first time
years
I
ago.
was
Yeah,
kicked
I
out of a
think we
sex
tried
expo.
to sneak in under something, and they didn't. They caught us.
One good thing that came from this is that I saw the folks at Uber Lube. Phenomenal. I love these
Uber
people.
Lube to save the day.
They're our favorite lube company, and some of our favorite sponsors because they're just lovely, down to earth people. In fact, I invited the rep over there to come to a clown show with us.
Oh
So
boy.
worlds are colliding as we go to a clown show with the Uber Loop people. Can you believe that?
I'm ready. I'm ready
I love
to go.
it. What's going on with you?
Well, as you know, I've been seeing a lot of concerts and a lot of movies, and I'm getting my dopamine fix all over the place.
Yeah.
And yeah, like yesterday,
Dopamine fix all over the place.
I went to see a movie with your sister, and we were trying to get a picture in front of the poster.
Yeah.
It was, the Maestro.
Maestro?
Maestro. And this guy goes, "Would you like me to take your picture?" And I go, "Sure." So he takes a couple pictures of me and Jess, and then he goes, "Well, will you take one of me?" And get one of me picking my nose. And he sticks his finger up his nose.
Why?
I don't know, but I go, "Ew, my God." Maybe this is like a thing that he does.
That's violent.
And maybe I was
like a
now holding a
fetish.
booger phone or
Oh
something.
yeah, definitely.
Disgusting
What is it
thing.
with the nose? The finger up the nose. By the way, that's not this. We went to the Eagles concert together on what is that? Saturday night.
I knew you were going to bring this up.
Yeah, because you see, oh, there's a place you could take a photo, and you hear. First of all, there's another guy in line ahead of us, and this girl was walking by. She goes, "Oh, do you want me to take your photo?" To this guy, and you go, "Yeah," and you walk in front of the guy and force her to take a photo of you. I've never
It
seen
wasn't
something
just me. It
a
was you and
snarf like this
your
before.
brothers.
What?
You and your brother.
Yeah, okay. The point was, it was not your turn, and this girl was not even talking to you, and you took her up on the offer.
I don't see the problem with it.
Yeah,
okay?
I saw-
It was
I
no
saw the
biggie.
problem.
You made a big deal out of
Oh,
nothing.
big deal out of nothing.
Speaking of which, we had a group, a huge motley crew, saying goodbye to you because you're
That
leaving
was
to go
sweet. Yeah,
out of
you
town.
threw a little farewell dinner for me because I'm going to France for another 2
So
months.
we had my nephew. Everyone's doing these digital nomad things, and he's in town with his buddy who's doing digital. And then you and your brother. We were watching the Bears games. We were big group. I don't know, how does this discussion happen in our family? How?
Which discussion are you referring to?
We're talking about fapping.
Yeah, yeah. It came up because you wanted to check in on how our New Year's goals were going. And, of course, I don't know if I should share who said this, but someone in the family said they wanted to decrease the amount of porn they're watching.
Right.
And then the idea of no fap came on.
Right.
And so for people who don't know what no fap is, it's no masturbation, basically.
I thought I knew what it was, but apparently I wasn't. It wasn't even the idea. I know what no fap means.
You didn't know where it came from.
I didn't know what it meant to actually, what is fapping exactly.
So someone explained it at the table, and within not even a second, I don't even know how you did it so quickly. The phone was out, and you're recording a video, a live blog at the fucking table.
I know that everybody wants to hear it, so here goes. Oh, shoot.
You're gonna play the blog that you recorded at the table?
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. The speed at which you were able to capture this is unbelievable. We're focused on.
I just learned something. Oh my God. FAP means the sound.
my God. I can't believe you got that on video. It's such a good, it's a tidbit of what our family dinners are like.
Doesn't everybody want to come with to the next Sunday night dinners because you get to people demonstrating?
I love that you think it's the balls.
I don't
You
know
think
what.
You're jerking off so vigorously that balls are saying fap, 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 fap.
I thought as the balls are hitting back and forth, back and forth. I don't know.
Pinballs or something. It would be very painful if my balls were back and forth like that.
But the whole dinner was all about excrement.
Oh my God!
That's all we do is
with
talk
you.
about excrement.
It's about excrement.
What do you mean with me? You were volunteering.
You think with
some
my
stories?
friends I'm constantly talking about excrement?
Yeah.
No, it's you. You were bringing up excrement, and we prioritize which stories we wanted to hear. We went piss, shit, vomit, cum. Disgusting, and we're eating at the same time.
If you guys ever do this, let us know, please.
All right. Well, I appreciated the farewell dinner regardless.
I got some good hit-ons. I got some shit-ons and hit-ons.
Are you done? You're done with the live updates?
Was there any other thing that you wanted? You got a bunch of updates.
I did. I just want some credit over here because when we were in what?
You want some credit.
Yeah,
You never
because-
get any credit.
okay, so
I feel
listen
so
to this.
bad for you
Okay.
don't get any credit.
Okay, so when we were in the Florida Keys,
Yes.
we went to a shop and it had pomelos there,
Oh.
locally grown pomelos. And if you haven't seen a pomelo, it's
like a grapefruit,
It's an extra large grapefruit,
which it was
and
huge.
they're fucking delicious. I didn't find a chance to actually eat the pomelo while I was in the Florida
so
Keys.
you bought it and you took it to the airport. I remember that.
Yes, and I didn't have space for it, so I had my brother put it in his carry-on bag.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody wants it. There's no space in these carry-on bags. They're filled to the rim, and you bring basically a huge, gigantic grapefruit / watermelon thing to put in your brother's backpack.
Yeah, which I think might be illegal to bring from state to state.
I doubt it's illegal. If
I
it was
don't know.
illegal, they would say, "Do you have any pomelos in your backpack?
And-
Do you have any liquids?
and
Do you
you
have any
were saying
explosives? Do you have any pomelos?"
Everyone was making fun of me for bringing the pomelo. No one wanted the pomelo to begin with. And you're not going to believe this. So I come home, and I'm sitting in my living room at my friend's house. And I look outside, and there's a beautiful girl.
Wait, did you already get the pomelo back from your brother?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the first thing I grabbed when I got off the plane. I'm sitting at my kitchen table. I'm looking out, and there's a beautiful girl directly outside of the house on the sidewalk, and I see she's rustling some shit, and so I just go out there and I go up to her and I said,
I love this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 act.
What are you up to over here?
Yeah.
And she said, "Oh, I'm collecting these palm fronds, these little sticks from the palm tree.
Oh my God.
I'd like to do something with them."
Female version of himself.
I
Was she
was
collecting sticks?
I was thrilled. She's beautiful, beautiful eyes, and she's collecting sticks outside the door.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm having the time. I'm like, you know what? I have a present for you. The conversation was going well. I said, I got a present for you. I go back inside.
You gave her the
I gave
pomelo?
her half the pomelo.
Oh, half of it. You didn't give her the whole thing.
Yeah, which is a difficult thing to give someone who's just
It is
walking
all
by, you know?
sticky and gooey.
Yeah,
and
she
juice.
just put it in her pocket.
Oh my God, this is a wacko.
I love this wacko.
Did you get her name?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, are you dating her now?
I should have asked for the number. I was a little worried. I don't know why I bailed on the number for some reason.
Well, how are you going to get in touch with her if you just know her name and that she likes
Oh,
juice?
there's
You
no
could
way I'm
know-
getting in touch with her again. She's done. She's gone.
All
that
right,
one. That
another
ship is.
missed
That was a
opportunity.
misconnection. What am I
Another
going to say?
James Blunt.
I'm going to put on Craigslist misconnection to the girl that was on the street grabbing palm fronds, and I gave you a pomelo.
Yeah, I'm sure she's reading the Craigslist ad there.
How do you think if I wanted to get in touch with this girl? Well, her name is Anya.
Anya.
Anya, how do I get in touch with Anya?
It's going to be like another Kristen Walker. You missed the opportunity. Had a bad day. What was the song?
You had a bad.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's not the song.
No,
That's
no.
not the right song. It was. You're beautiful.
Oh,
It's
it's
true.
true.
I saw
Like
your face.
on a crowded
Place. Yeah. And I don't know what to do. 'cause I'll never be with you.
You and Anya get her number, Cam.
Yeah, Mother
Yes,
Carp.
that's
Mother
what
Carp,
you're
aren't you a
saying.
PI? Can't you?
Yeah.
You can probably find Anya.
You do exactly that with 4 exclamation marks.
I put a Craigslist misconnection up there. I know what street she lives on. I could just walk the streets
I
until
think
I
you better
find her.
walk the streets because I don't think she's looking at Craigslist to see the Pomelo boy.
Pomelo boy. I couldn't believe this. I couldn't believe this experience. It was. I had these experiences. I'm like, never again will I not give my number out.
I know. Usually you've been like Johnny on the spot with that.
You
Like
think I've been Johnny on the spot
The
with
one that was at the concert that you
Don't remember that one.
looked at all the pictures.
Don't talk about that story.
Oh,
Jesus
all right,
Christ.
all
Oh
right,
my God.
anyway.
It's a sleuthing story like I'm embarrassed by. All right. Is there
What
anything else you want? Any other updates you wanted to share?
Yeah, dad jokes in the bathroom.
Oh,
so
yeah.
What the heck happened there?
At the Eagles, I went to the bathroom with my brother, and at the Eagles concert, no one is under the age of 65 again.
I felt very young over there.
Yeah, maybe no one under the age of 70.
Uh-huh.
I
was a great
could have
concert,
spent
wasn't it?
phenomenal concert. Thank you for taking me. I could have spent the entire time in the bathroom of the Eagles concert.
Why?
The amount of dad jokes that were going on in this place. I was in there for maybe 5 seconds. Some guy bolts out of the stall and goes, for number 7, and everyone in the place dies laughing because there was a big line, and he's like pretending he's at a deli counter.
A number
Say,
7.
for number
you're
7,
up. Oh
you're
my
up.
God, that's funny.
That's such a dad joke.
It's such a dad joke.
Can you imagine? We were literally in there for 5 seconds. Jeremy and I both were dying. You couldn't find a better place to get these jokes.
I mean, I don't understand what's going on with the bladders anyway. The thing I love about going to concerts at my age, everyone sits.
Everyone sits.
Nobody gets up. But we were all the way up in the rafters. And I don't know what's going on in the row in front of us. Constant movement, constant getting up, getting down. I couldn't see half the show because people are coming back and forth.
How about when you leave the concert, when you're sitting down, you put the jacket against the chair. We got our jackets back. It smelled like it was covered in someone's vomit.
I don't know if there was beer or something.
On the floor, my
disgusting.
brother goes, "Oh, those are floor juices. It's disgusting.
Disgusting juices on the floor.
I'm so glad I didn't take a nicer jacket. Ay, ay, ay. We go to these concerts. It's very fun, but there's a lot of discomfort that comes with this.
Yeah, especially this is a long concert because you got Steely Dan first, who
Phenomenal.
arguably was just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
Well, not better,
Phenomenal, though.
but really good.
Yeah.
And then I had to get not one but 2 T-shirts.
Yep.
I had to perseverate about. You walk in there and there's a huge
The whole time.
tent of T-shirts, but they're missing like all the smalls and the mediums. And so I'm debating. Oh my God, should I get this one? Should I get that one?
I'm wearing the T-shirt right now.
Couldn't make a decision for my life of me. Finally, I'm like, okay, I'll get this one. And then I walk in, and they had every size imaginable.
So you switch for the first time.
Switched for the first time, and then I'm like, God, I wish I had gotten one with Steely Dan. So then I had to go back outside and get another one.
And the whole time we're sitting watching the concert, wondering if we got the right fucking shirt.
I know. And then I saw one. I initially
Jesus.
had one that said both Steely Dan and the Eagles. And I'm like, I should get that one. And then I looked at some girl walking by, and she looked so bad wearing it. I was like, I can't get that. I can't get that.
Is that right? Which one? What?
The one with
the
Steely
double.
Dan and the Eagles.
No.
I couldn't do it because she just looked
Horrible?
horrible.
Okay.
It's
I think this is a beautiful segue into
Hit on or Shit On.
Hit on or shit on is the segment where we look at your comments and questions and determine if it's a hit on or a shit on. So what do we got this week, Mother?
This is not a compliment.
Okay.
How are you? You're so wrinkled. Something about Mary's neighbor scene in the window. It was not a hit on. That's a shit on.
I don't know. There's something about Mary's neighbor's scene in the window. What does that fucking mean?
It's a wrinkled old woman that they make. Magda, that's her name. Magda.
You know this? You remember this scene?
Oh, yeah.
What happened in it? She looked very old and wrinkled.
She's so old and wrinkled.
Fuck that.
Fuck you. That's a shit on.
It's a shit on unless you are someone who appreciates a nice aged look.
No, this is not. Just trust me. If you ever looked at this one, it's scary.
Okay.
But the rest are all. I did a video at the family dinner with your brother and my nephew Jonah.
She's constantly making content, people.
Well, we made a video that's got 400,000 views or whatever.
Brag about it.
Well, yep, because it was about the Chicago Bears. Anyway,
Yep.
I just took out a few comments people said about me. Frank says, Mom ate on the first one. That's a compliment, I found out.
What the fuck does that mean?
I did well. Ate on. Your sister said that's what it means.
Okay, I've never heard that. Maybe I'm the old man
Runaway
here.
Jim
Anyone
said,
in the YouTube comments, if you know what that means, 8 on.
ATE. Hell yeah, says Mother of Carp. 400K views, at least. That was just on my Instagram, I think. Then Runaway Jim says, life of misery, life of fucking misery, best mom ever. I was born in 1970 to a dad with Jet season tickets. She's an angel. They're talking about me. I'm an angel.
Yeah, maybe you should be doing Bears commentary more often, Mother.
I think so. And then Sarah said, Mom is legit. It hurts.
Because you were complaining a lot about the pain of the Bears.
Oh, and then the last one is May Best. Maybe
so, maybe not.
Oh, maybe somebody. Let Mom take over Cam's dating profiles.
The fuck is it? Where does that one come in?
I don't know.
That was in the Bears? The Bears?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is that comment?
I don't know.
It's a shit on it. Slid into the Bears comments. What the fuck is that?
A shit on slid into the Bears.
Let Mom take over Cam's dating profiles. First of all, I was not even. This was not on Sex Talk with My Mom. I wasn't part of this video. There was no mention of the dating profiles. What is it? You love that.
It's shit on.
That's a
I
huge
got
shit on.
equated to Magda, the wrinkled old. I mean,
Now you have to take over my dating profiles? I actually wish you would take over my dating profiles. It's a fucking disaster. I changed my profile picture to one that you took, and I haven't matched with anyone.
Oh, it's my fault. I took a beautiful picture of you, and apparently it wasn't good enough. And
No.
now it's my fault that no one's hitting on you.
Yep. Capisha says, yeah, if someone says you ate it, means you did really good.
See,
You love that.
I did really good. I ate it.
You ate it. Anyway, that's hit on or shit on. Thank you for your hit ons and shit ons, except no thank you to the fucking person who's commenting on my mom's videos about me. It's a time for Mom's News.
We had a couple other texts. Should we read the
Okay,
text?
you wanted to get into that?
Let's
Sure.
skip over to a couple of the. I think there's just a couple texts that I wanted to bring up before we.
All
went
right.
to Mom's News.
Oh, yeah, we got Thomas Undies for sale. Name your price. What the fuck is that?
Oh, right.
What do you mean, oh, right?
Well, a guy asked if he could buy my undies, and I didn't answer. And so another guy said he's going to give me. It's an auction.
Wait, what? Someone's auctioning off?
Apparently, because another guy said he would give him $100 or something.
You got in the car today, and you're like, someone offered me $100 for Undies. And I without even
As one
responding,
does.
you then followed up by saying, but he's paying for shipping.
Yeah. That part bothered me. Read what it said there.
What does he go on to say? Yeah, I'm not paying for shipping? He goes, love your show. This is brilliant. Can't wait to answer a question, and hopefully it'll be read.
No, that's not that.
That's a nice, that's
That
a hit on.
That was a hit on.
From someone else. It says name your price.
It didn't say who's paying for shipping?
No, did you
that
have a
was
discussion about shipping?
A different guy. I'm not paying for shipping.
You know,
It's
you
enough
should,
I have to go to the post office and put my. And by the way, are these supposed to be worn and washed and cleaned, or?
this is a great question. You know who we should bring on the show? The professional goddess, who's also one of our pleasure podcasters. Anna is incredible.
She'll know how.
She will know. She's
these.
sold every single fucking thing you could imagine.
All right.
Any nail clippings, all
Nail
sorts
clippings.
of shit. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
wow.
Panties in
Because
all
I mean,
sorts
if
of
I'm
conditions.
paying for shipping, and he's giving me $100, and then you got to factor in the price that I have to buy new panties. I don't know what I'm gonna net. I still am net $50, but it's still not. It doesn't sound like it's worth my while.
Yeah, who knows what they're doing with the DNA? What kind of shit you're getting? I wouldn't do any.
Oh my God! What do you mean a DNA?
I don't know. Is it time for Mom's News?
Mom's news.
Mom's News. Mom's News is the segment of the show where my mother shares earth-shattering, groundbreaking, need-to-know info. What do we got, Mother?
That's right. We got Gillian Anderson. She went to the Gold. She's famous, very famous actress who's also the lead in Sex Education. And
Do you identify with this lady?
I totally do. I would love to meet her. She's
I
an
mean, some
excellent
people
actress.
when I tell them about the podcast, they're like, "Oh, it's just like Sex Education." I'm like, yeah, it's a little too close to Sex Education.
Right. She's got the son that she's very close with, and anyway, But this is what she made headlines at the 81st Golden Globes on January 7th with a Gabriella Hearst gown that had a unique and subtle detail embroidered on it, namely a part of the female anatomy.
You talking vulva? Titties?
I'm
What kind of thing?
talking vaginas. That's what she called it, vaginas. Everyone's calling it vaginas. The only problem is it was actually vulvas.
Did the author of this article say that, or did you say this?
No, the author of that's why I picked this one over all the rest. Nobody said anything. Except
Oh, look at that. Even the sex education star herself stated that the dress featured vaginas. The only
Right.
problem, it was actually vulvas. Come on.
Unbelievable. And interestingly enough, so she interviewed, this person says, Dr. Jill Krepp said the media will literally use any term except for vulva, vagina, lady bits, female anatomy, not wrong. The OB-GYN added, if we really want to promote sexual education, we need to start with the basics. Why are we so uncomfortable using correct terms for female body parts?
Look at that. Where did
She
this
didn't
come from?
respond to Yahoo's request for comment.
Was this a Yahoo?
Yahoo.com. Yep.
Yahoo.com. Okay.
And interestingly enough, another person I follow, this Mary Claire Haver, she also is an OBG. She said, I saw the headlines and rushed to see the photos, and my first thought was, that's a vulva. Would you call a leg a foot? Would you call a penis a scrotum? Of course not. So we should all also use the right terms for female anatomy.
Thank you for that wonderful mom's news, Mother. You've educated everyone.
I hope so.
I mean, you didn't really explain the difference between a vulva and a vagina.
The vulva is the whole shebang. The vagina is just the canal, the tube that goes from the vulva into the.
Is the vulva all the? It's the outer lips.
The vulva is the outer lip, the inner
mons
majora,
pubis.
all the whole business, and the vagina is just the tube that goes all the way in.
We got it. Is that in the vagina is part of the vulva?
It is part of the vulva.
Okay, you heard it here, folks. All right, thank you for that mom's news, and I just want to say you're welcome for what is about to come because it is the
here we
sexiest segment of the
go.
show. It's the segment of the show you all wait for. The segment of the show that gets your balls fapping.
Fapping away. Fap.
It's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers is the place
to
to
be.
be. Fun living is the life for me.
It's Cam's Uppers, the segment of the show where I share something near and dear to my heart, something that my mother typically finds
Exceedingly dull,
or
boring, sometimes fap-like.
fap-like. It's Cam's Uppers. I think for Cam's Uppers, I'm actually going to put my hood up because
Why?
you said I looked very monk-like before.
Yes.
When I put my hood up like this. So I'm gonna enter a little monkish state.
Oh my goodness.
She's already falling asleep. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about where my obsession. Well, I'm going to France for 2 months for clown school again. What?
Why, you ask? Because there's an 80-year-old guy there named
Philippe.
Golier
Yep.
who may be on his last legs.
Okay, so why do you need to share this with everyone?
Because if you don't go now, you may miss being educated by him once again.
Yes. Well, I'm going, and I'm learning all sorts of shit over there. Not even clown anymore. Learning Shakespeare and Chekhov and Buffon,
You're going for
vaudeville.
serious actors.
Serious acting. Yeah, it's the foundational steps that get you to clown.
So
you
you
can't
jumped ahead of everything.
I jumped ahead.
You skipped
The
over the
first
Shakespeare.
clown-
You went right to sticking a tangerine in your pants.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so I was wondering, I was wondering what's going on. Why am I choosing to take my life in a direction where I'm studying clown? And I was discussing this with my therapist.
Who
And
was
he-
falling asleep?
Yeah, and he said, yeah, exactly. He said, when you're on stage, actually, I said this. He was mainly silent for most of the time. Uh-oh, Joel, we lost track of this. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm with the therapist, and I'm like, yo, dude, what's going on with this obsession? And he's like,
Do you call it obsession or he calls it obsession?
I call it an obsession. He's like, he said, this is an outlet for your disallowed emotions and behaviors. How do you like that?
It's a little heavy duty there.
Disallowed emotions and behaviors. I mean,
Oh, is that?
I mean, it gets you thinking. What are some of the disallowed emotions and behaviors of mine?
Like
And
when you
yours.
stick a tangerine in your pants.
What are some of the disallowed emotions?
I
What
don't have any disallowed emotions anymore.
You think you can express everything? I don't think so.
I pretty much express it all.
Yeah, you were just telling that. You were just saying you were not direct with the. Hey, I don't want to hear this.
When I
Remember?
was a kid,
Okay.
I said since that time I moved on past that.
How about anger? Are you good at expressing anger?
Oh yeah.
How about sadness?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fear.
Fear.
Yeah. You're pretty expressive.
I'm expressive. I don't have a lot of time to waste.
I don't think I'm as I think there's.
I think
some
you're pretty expressive. Like
No.
if you, especially if you're upset with me, ooh.
It doesn't. It doesn't usually come out in the moment though.
But
It comes out.
It doesn't matter. He didn't say there's a time length that when it had to come out.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, he was suggesting that a lot of this is just an outlet for my
Your
repressed
repressed-
emotions.
Really?
Yeah,
Do you think that?
I agree with him. But it's hard to know what's repressed.
Nothing.
How do you know what's repressed? That's the whole thing. It's repressed.
He's just getting to know you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, I encourage everyone to think about their repressed emotions and feelings and what is going on in that unconscious that you don't let yourself feel. That's Cam's Uppers.
Yeah, that's very uplifting.
Cam's Uppers is
is
the
the
place to be.
Well,
We've reached the end of the show, folks.
we've reached it,
I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in, whether
especially on YouTube.
you're
Jeez.
on YouTube Live right now. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate those hand claps, Mother of Carp.
And by the way, we're going to leave this up on YouTube so you guys can go and watch it immediately if you missed it for whatever reason.
And I want to thank Dr. Self Tapes, or you podcaster, for making this happen.
We know it was difficult, but he did it.
You made it happen. I want to thank our Patreon supporters.
Patreon is patreon.com/sex talk with my mom.
You can support us financially there, which helps us record in this bomb-ass, dank-ass studio. It helps us. I mean, this studio is what creates this beautiful, sultry sound.
And also video, which you can see on YouTube, and clips that are on our TikTok and Instagram. If you guys want to really support us, go to those social media platforms. Just sign up as a follower. It really helps. And it keeps the algorithms pointing in our direction.
Patreon.com/sex talk with my mom. And once again, thank you to all who contributed at 310-356.
3920.
Shoot us a text there. Thank you for listening. Thanks
And
for
by the
sharing
way,
this with a friend.
Yeah, sharing it with a friend also helps. So even though Cam's away, we've banked a couple episodes, so you'll be able to hear them.
Yep. We love you guys.
We love you very much.
You want to sing them out, Moot?
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and not giving a fuck about all and
What?
jeers
Jeers?
and
Oy.
unsolicited comments
Oh,
about
no.
my ass and my boobs.
Oh, my God. All right. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in live.
Yeah.
We hope to see you again very soon.
Capiche says,
Thank
"Have
you,
fun."
Capisha, for the support. Thank you for the love, Mother of Carp.
Yeah, we really appreciate all the love you've given us here on YouTube and also on Patreon.
I'm leaving Sunday for clown school, so I'll talk to you next when I'm over there.
Oh,
Love you.
love you.
Bye.
Bye.